This is a night illustration, a fantasy night illustration. I just felt like painting something non-fan art related, I guess. I wanted also to do an illustration where I use the decor in an artistic, decorative way. If you see the cathedrals in Europe, there's a lot of figures usually surrounded by decorative elements, and that was my inspiration for this night. This is watercolor paper, but I am using gouache to paint. I'd like to use any excuse I can to spend all those cheap gouaches I have. I have also bought new gouache from a good brand, Sennelier. I would like to use them after I spend all these. I would not even dare to mix my good gouache with these ones. It would be a waste of paint, I think. I started with the base colors in the character. It kind of looks like watercolor at the start, since I use a lot of water to use them as washes. I tried to add some warmer details on the face. As you can see, it's very exaggerated, but it's okay for now since it's just a base. I will paint over it eventually. I chose to color the character mostly with browns, and the cape would be blue. I wanted a kind of medieval look on the outfit color-wise. So I went with the browns, but I still want the cape to stand out, so I chose the blue. But in general, I'm not putting any symbolism on the colors. I just choose the ones I like and the color combinations that I think look good. I think blue and brown is a nice combination. I also added roses and petals in the air. I just like that kind of look. I painted the petals first because I guess I was feeling daring. Normally it's better to paint the bottom layer, in this case the cape, and add the petals on top. That's not my dog. Anyway, the decor around him is just going to be stone and plants growing on it. I will add some brown and greens on the stone to give the greys some variations. Then I just worked on the values by adding darker gouache. It took a while. I don't know, maybe I will cut it out on the editing and make it shorter. Because there's not much to say other than I am adding more paint to cover the entire surface. And as I'm doing that, I also keep in mind the shadows I wanted established. I also had some problems with the autofocus of the camera this time. But as of editing this, I think I have worked out a better way to film. The thing is that I tend to record the paintings in batches and then upload all the files to the PC. So there may be other videos with the same autofocus issue. For this illustration, I also decided to make the background behind him completely black. I felt that it would help make him stand out. And it's also a good way to try to spend all of that cheap gouache I have lying around. It's actually very satisfying to fill in the space with black. And it does make the image more striking. But after I applied the black, the contrast really showed that I needed to add darker shadows on the character. With the contrast, the rendering I had done looked a bit flat. I just went in and reworked the shadows, and also worked more on the browns in his outfit. And I'm thinking that maybe I could have added more details on the cape, like a pattern or something. I just left it as a solid color. Maybe it's something to think about for the next one. I would like to do more of these kinds of illustrations. I just really like that look with the decor or like a framing on a character. I just wish I was better at doing the architectural details, but I think that will come in as I practice. Like the more I practice it, the more it will get better. I went and used color pencils for this one too, just adding some details and enhancing some colors. Here is the finished version. I do like it. It's different to my current illustrations. As in, it's not Lord of the Rings, it's not Harry Potter, and definitely not a cowboy game fan art illustration. I kind of like the textured look of it, but I think it's mostly coming from the type of paper. This watercolor paper has a lot of texture. Sometimes it works, and sometimes I think it's too much. I think I prefer the mixed media paper because it tends to be more smooth. It tends to have a more smooth finish